Hi, good morning or good evening, whatever time it is that you're watching this. I just want to take a couple minutes to talk about kind of what you do to prepare for a program, as well as talk specifically about LIIFT4, which we're starting tomorrow, or several of us are starting tomorrow. So just getting down to the nitty gritty. Obviously, when you start a new program, you're going to have new workouts to do. There's possibly going to be a new and different meal plan for you. You're going to want to check the schedule of the workouts and match that up with your schedule and move things around. One of my favorite tips for me is to really do that. I'm a huge calendaring person, and what I like to do is take the workout schedule and then plug it in just each week. So I kind of live 1 week at a time. So usually on Sundays is my kind of get ready for the week ahead day, or just kind of plan ahead for the week that's coming up. So what I like to do is take the schedule of workouts. I like to plug that into my calendar. I use multiple calendars, so you just find what works for you. I still use paper as well, but electronically is great because it'll send you reminders and you don't have to think about it yourself. So I usually use my Google Calendar for family stuff, but I have Outlook too that I use for my schedules and my workouts and things, just because that's the simplest platform for me on my laptop, which I'm usually on my laptop 90% of the time. I'm not 90% of the time of my life, but what I mean is versus being on my phone. I'm usually on my laptop versus being on my phone. So with the schedule, what I like to do is take the workouts, plug them into my calendar. I set a time that I'm going to work out. I usually like to set about 5:30 a.m., 6 a.m. Cross your fingers, that it's going to actually work, because I suck at getting up early. Working on it, 34 and still working on it. Anyway, and I'm thinking of how I'm still sitting in my bed and it's like 9 o'clock because I love being in my bed. So if I can work from my bed, this is just amazing. Anyway, okay, back to it. So plug those workouts into your calendar, whatever calendar that is. Don't overthink it. Just put it in there. And then I also like to plan out my meals. This is a huge thing. And I know sometimes workouts for people are the easy part. That's how it is for me. Exercise is easy. The meal planning, the meal prepping, eating right, making good choices in the moment, those are the things that are more challenging for myself and a lot of my other clients and customers that I work with. So the biggest thing I can tell you is to go through the meal plan. This is super important, and find some things that work for you, okay? And find some foods that you enjoy and that you know will work for you. And this is where I can help you. The tribe can help you with some recipe ideas, but it's really important for you to figure out what's going to work for you. Kind of taking a few steps back, the other biggest piece that you want to focus on is reading through those materials. You have getting started materials. If you haven't received those materials yet, you will go onto Beachbody On Demand, and you log in there with your username and password that you usually use when you log in to either teambeachbody.com, or if you've already been on BOD, then you've got this. I like to save mine. I go through Chrome, so I save my username and password because okay, somebody could hack it, but what are the odds? Come on, it'll be fine. So you save it because it's going to save you a lot of time. So you save that, you get logged in, and then within there, you're going to see all of our workouts. So with this LIIFT4 program and several other programs that will be coming out in the future, they're going to have this VIP early access, which is exactly what they have right now. So a lot of us who are doing LIIFT4 right now are doing the early access. The actual program comes out in October, and I probably will run another group then for people who want to do that, who already are my BOD users. But for us who are like, let's do this, I like new things, new shiny things, so I'm totally going after this, and there's a lot of lovely, awesome women who are doing this with me too, so I'm super excited. So you get onto BOD, and then you can get your program materials. If you have a printer, you can print them off. If you're kind of a tactile person like myself, you can look at them online. You can look at them on your phone. You can look at them on your laptop. But it's all right there at your fingertips. So if you did actually order the package for the people with early access right now, you will be getting the items in the mail, depending on exactly what you got. Sometimes there's different levels of packages. So I'm not going to go into that right now. You can look online, or we can talk about different levels and things if you need accessories and bands and all things like that. But basically your materials are either virtual or you have them, a hard copy of them. But the biggest thing is that there's like always a getting started or a beginner's guide, something like that. It's very important for you to read through that. I recommend reading from page 1 to the end. They're usually not more than like 15 pages, but it is such important information specific to the program. So these trainers spend a lot of time. They work with nutritionists, they work with dietitians, they work with nurses and doctors to make sure that the program that they're creating will work. So the whole point is that you have specific nutrition, whether it's time nutrition, whether it's portion controls, whether it's, you're bulking up. It is all very specific, very scientific behind it. So the purpose of the meal plans is to help you stay on track. And so for me, what I like to do is take the meal plans and then I look ahead. So like for the LIIFT4, you've got a whole page. I should have brought it in here with me, but your whole guide, I do have it in here actually. Your whole eating guide is, you get to see exactly what you get to eat every day. So if you guys are not familiar with the container system, don't worry about it. I can talk about that at a different time. I don't want to bog up this recording here. I'm trying to see how long I've been on here. I could talk for hours, so I don't want to bore you. Anyway, okay, where does it go? Where are we at? Here we go. So this is the booklet. Let's see if you guys can see that okay. So for most people, anybody under 168 pounds or less are going to be Plan A. 168.5 to 195 pounds, you'd be Plan B, so on and so forth, all the way to Plan F if you're 259.5 pounds or more. So basically, this is just a simple, you follow along. I'm in Plan A, so veggies, I get 3 containers of veggies a day, which is like basically 3 cups of veggies a day. And it does do the same thing for fruits. You get 2 fruits, so that could be equivalent to 1 medium-sized apple and half a cup of unsweetened applesauce. That's your 2 fruits for the day. You just plan them out accordingly to when you want to eat those. So I've known since doing 80-Day Obsession, it's really important right after you do your workout to get in a fruit. And then I also take one of our supplements, which is the chocolate recover shake, because it tastes like a Wendy's Frosty. And if I can have that right after I work out, and it's also going to combat my soreness, yeah, I'm going to do that. So that's kind of what I do. So I know that if I'm going to have my workout at 5:30 a.m., about 6:15, 6:30, I'm going to have my chocolate recover, and I'm going to have some applesauce. So that's how you just kind of plan it into your day. Of course, there's going to be trial and error. Don't get stressed out if something doesn't work out, or you forget a purple, or you don't get your greens in, because I know getting veggies in is really hard sometimes. But that's just how you do it. You just plan it out. If this is new for you and you have no idea what is a green? What is a purple? It's all in the guide for you, and it's all on BOD. So as you can see, there's a whole list of veggies here. And the order of them, the better ones are at the top. So the farther you go down, the less nutritious it is for you. It's still part of the plan. Like, you're going to see things that aren't on here. Like regular bacon is not on here. They do have turkey bacon on here, but it is the very last one on the column. So the very first thing, the best protein you can get is pure egg whites. Well, if you're vegan, that's not going to work for you. So there's also a vegan plan. So just work on that and just ask questions. That's what I'm here for. That's my job. And I want to be able to help you so that you understand. Don't feel like you're bothering me with questions. If I'm busy, I won't be able to get to you right away. But that's the beauty of social media, is it's not like it's a phone call and I'd be like, I'm going to have to call you back later, and then I never call you back. You put your answer or your question into Messenger, or you can send me a text. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So just don't stress about it. And don't worry that I promise you we're not bothering me. I absolutely love having questions. It really helps me. Another big thing that's super important, you don't have to do this, it's just an added thing, is our supplement plan. So our performance line. So when I say supplements, those are things that supplement your normal eating. So there's some things that you don't get from food that you have to supplement into your life. You don't have to, so let me use that term loosely. But things like, I'm sure you guys have seen me drinking my pre-workout. I call it my go juice, because that stuff is life. I mean, it's a lemon flavored, 30 calories for 2 scoops. So if you just want 1 scoop, you can just do that. But it's amazing. And it also does not go against your containers. So if you have 2 scoops of Energize before your workout, you want to drink it about 30 minutes before your workout, and it really does help you. It doesn't make you jittery. Yes, there's a little bit of caffeine, but it's all natural. It's very safe, and it's literally amazing. It is like the cat's meow. It will change your freaking life. But my point is that stuff doesn't go against your containers either. So you're not like, oh, well, that counted as one of my yellows, or now I don't get another carb today, or whatever it is. It's amazing because they don't count against it. The same thing with the chocolate recover I was just sharing with you about. That is that it doesn't count towards your containers, which is amazing. So just think about that, and think about how, if that's something that you want to do. You don't have to do it. I do it because I get really sore, and then it kind of deters me from wanting to work out really hard the next day. So things like our chocolate recover, we have a nighttime formula, a vanilla shake that you can have right before bed. It all has these wonderful amino acids that you do not get from foods. So like branched chain amino acid, you cannot get that from meat like you can other amino acids. And so they actually put that into the proteins for you so that you can actually be less sore and you can work harder and push through. Seriously, some amazing stuff. Again, it's all safe, all natural. We are not organic because we're like this close to it. We're not organic because it really jacks up the prices on things, and we don't want to do that for you guys. So that's part of what I wanted to talk about. I just very quickly over this specific meal plan and this workout and things like that. It is 4 days a week. You guys probably already know that. That's pretty exciting. So you guys check out the schedule, see when you have your rest days. Their rest days are really, really, really important. And I will tell you a little bit more about that in a separate video. But Joel is very adamant on rest days because you're going to be working your butt off on these 4 days that you're actually working out. And remember, it's 30 to 40 minutes. So if you think about that over the course of 4 days, which is, in 1 week time, that is not very much time. So you're going to be pushing yourself. So that's why I'm going to be drinking my Energize, because I'm going to need it to get through these workouts. Again, the meal plan follows the container system, which is the portion fix system that Autumn had created a while ago. A lot of our programs are following that because it's really simple. Again, if you have questions about that, just let me know. One of the most exciting things for myself, and I hope it's exciting for you too, is that we get a cheat day. Hey, I am super excited for cheat day. I did 80-day obsession without a cheat day, 80 full days of, well, it was more than that actually, because they only counted workout days. They didn't count your Sunday rest days. So it was really like 100 and some days. No alcohol, no cheats. I mean, we had a refeed day, which was completely different, but I'm telling you this because it was crazy, and cheat days are amazing. So for me, what the cheat day does for me in my mindset is I know that if I'm doing well Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, come Saturday, or whatever the cheat day is, I will share a little bit more about it because Joel was talking a little bit about cheat days and rest days and when you should have your cheat days. So I'll share a little bit more details about that. But for me, that's my sanity. So if I am, say we're Tuesday night, we have a baseball game, we're going to the game. Some mom brought these amazing cupcakes because it was their kid's birthday, and oh my God, I want a cupcake. I know that, okay, I can either take it and I can save it for Saturday, or I just know, you know what, no thank you, I already had some sweets, or, I mean, you don't have to lie to them, but just say, no, I'm actually good. Thank you so much, though. They look really well. They look really, really good. But just know that you'll get to have stuff on Saturday or whatever your cheat day is going to be. So it's really important to remember that. And I know I've caught myself before, like, doing that, like just grabbing food. It's just part of our nature. It's just part of how we're social people, we want to interact and say, yes, thank you, this is amazing. And plus, who doesn't love cupcakes? So sometimes we mindlessly make these decisions. So it's really, really important to be in the moment, be mindful. And honestly, what you're eating, these clean foods, these whole foods that you'll be eating, it's really going to help that, because it's really going to help your mind be more clear, less brain fog and things like that. So get excited about cheat day. Don't forget about cheat day. You don't have to take it, but I'm taking it. So just do what's best for you. If you feel like you're going to fall off if you have a cheat day, then just don't have it. Don't overthink it. And we can talk more about that too if you have questions. The other biggest thing that I do that seriously saves me, again, I say Sunday is my kind of prep for the weekday. I also prep my food. So I prep my food and I prep my family's food. Yes, we eat differently. For the most part, I can blend in foods that we eat together, but they want macaroni and cheese every night. I don't eat macaroni and cheese anymore unless it is going to be a cheat meal. So, you know, it's thinking about things like that. A lot of times I make taco meat up because we eat a lot of deer meat, so I'll make a lot of, you know, venison taco meat. I use low sodium taco seasoning, or there's some really awesome seasonings that you can make yourself for taco seasonings. Um, but basically, I make those up on Sunday. I cut up a lot of vegetables for myself. I make sure I plan out. So I look at the meal plan. Okay, I can have 3 greens every single day. So I have meal prep containers and I just put foods in there. Usually on Sundays, I'll do for Monday, I'll do for Tuesday, and I'll do for Wednesday. And then I try to do my next set of meal prep for on Wednesday night. And then I'll do, you know, Thursday, Friday. And then I actually try to do on Saturday too, because if I don't, I fall off. And because I don't have food prepped. So pick your days. You know, I know we've got nurses and all kinds of different people who have different schedules, and just pick what works for you. You don't have to do Sundays. You don't have to do Tuesdays. You don't have to do Wednesdays. Do whatever days, but you have to pick some days. Super important. So yeah, that's actually all I had, because we already talked about reading materials, making sure that you read your book if you get this in a hard copy, or you can read this online. It is up on BOD. It's under the program materials. If you guys have any troubles or any questions with BOD or how to navigate, let me know. I would be more than happy to do a video. Same thing with the challenge tracker app. If you guys are struggling with that, I'm more than happy to help you. Just know where things are, or do some ins and outs, and kind of figure out the basics of that. So I'm excited to hear when your cheat day is going to be, when your meal prep's going to be. So this is your homework. So you might want to write this down or plug it into your notes or set some reminders for yourself. Why is there a fly? Are you kidding me? Do you see that? That's disgusting. I hate flies. Okay, so I want to know when your meal prep days are, when your rest days are, because Joel did say you can mix them up a little bit. So if you do want to do that and kind of do something a little different than what's scheduled, let me know so I can help you with that, because I'm following the plan for the most part. It might change a little bit, but let me know if you guys have questions about that. So let me know when your meal prep days are, let me know when your rest days are, and let me know when your cheat day is, okay? So those 3 things. Super easy, but don't overthink it. It's not going to be hard. You're not going to fail if you know, tell me the day and then you ended up changing it. So, all right, guys, I'm going to hop off here because I've taken up a lot of your time. I know you guys are super busy. I just want you guys to have fun with this, and just know that if you stick with it, you're going to get some killer results. And I'm going to do the same thing. This is not easy for me. I much rather like to just go by the seat of my pants and have whatever the family's eating, go out to eat, get, you know, they always eat horseshoes when we go out to eat. I don't get to eat that stuff anymore. Not because I don't want to, because I don't want to. It's not because I can't, it's because I don't want to, because it makes me feel like crap. So be mindful of that and pay attention to how this new eating is for you too. This might be very different, and you might just notice how amazing you really feel, and that's really some motivation to keep sticking to it. So, all right, guys, have a great week. I'm super excited to get started with you tomorrow, and I just hope you guys have a great day. So have a good one, and we'll talk soon. Bye.